As a buyer, you want to pay the least amount of money for the home that you can, and that's a little challenging in today's seller's market because there's more people competing with you who are willing to pay higher than asking price. And you're seeing something called highest and best offers only, or at this point, give us your highest and best offer. What does that mean? In today's video, we're going to answer that question, so stay tuned. Hey, Laura Gallen here with Mountain Prairie Living, empowered by ERA Shields, and welcome to my channel where I answer questions about the home buying and selling process and all the cool things about where I live, Colorado Springs. So if you're into that, I hope you subscribe to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the concept of highest and best. And we're in a strong seller's market. It's hard because as a buyer, you're going to try to pay the lowest amount that you can possibly pay. There's so many strategies out there that you can utilize. And one of them is called an escalation clause. And oftentimes, if the listing agent and the seller have come back to the amount of people that have submitted offers or viewed the home and said, at this point in time, we just want to see highest and best offers. They may even say no escalation clauses. From a seller standpoint, if you've got 15 or 20 offers that you're looking at and they're all escalating at different places, it's really difficult. So they just want to know, what is your highest and best offer? So what do you do at that point as a buyer? So as a buyer, it's telling you they're probably not going to counter offers back. So they just want to see what's the highest and best to make it easier for them to weed through those offers. Now, you of course only have so much financial resources. You only have so much appraisal gap funds to offer in addition to your closing costs and down payment. So you have to sit down at the table and decide how bad you want this house, what is the top price that you're willing to pay for it, including an appraisal gap. That's your walk away price. What is that price that if you were to walk away and you did not win, for maybe $1,000, that you were okay with that because that was the most you were willing to pay for that house? So how do you make that decision? One, you have to decide, how much do you want this particular home? Is it really that perfect home? It checks most of the boxes. You have to evaluate the property information that the buyer's agent has provided to you, comparables that are in the neighborhood, the likelihood of use of that appraisal gap. You have to evaluate all of that and then come back with your highest and best. They are going to ask for proof of funds of not only your down payment, but also your appraisal gap. So typically they're going to contact your lender if a loan is involved. So they're going to verify through the lender that you have enough for the appraisal gap that you offered, the down payment that you're showing on your loan information, and that you are able to take this transaction offer to the closing table. So trying to fake stuff and just throw out numbers isn't going to work. You want to make sure that you have verifiable funds because they will be asking for them. If it's a cash offer, of course, they're going to ask for proof of funds, and they wouldn't worry too much about an appraisal gap because you wouldn't necessarily do an appraisal, although you could. But you're saying, this is the cash offer that I'm going to offer. They need to verify that you have that much cash. So be sure that your offer is a bona fide offer. You're able to financially take it to the closing table so that you don't get yourself in trouble with potentially losing any earnest money. So highest and best, it's not necessarily a great thing for the buyer in this current market, but it's something that you're going to see. So be prepared for it, understand it, and understand the seller's side, why they're trying to see who's got the best offer, the highest offer, and it's not always the highest that is taken, but the best offer that looks more likely to get to the closing table. I hope you found value in this information. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to know more information about the appraisal gap strategy, then check out this video next. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.